This is a fictional story made for entertainment.
Jungkook slowly kissed Vian's lips while holding her close. Vian shyly hid her face in his chest while Jungkook smiled teasingly. "Why are you getting shy, wifey?" He lifted her chin and kissed her. Vian smiled softly while Jungkook kissed her again deeper. This time, she slowly wrapped her arm around his neck and Jungkook pulled her closer. "I love you so much." Suddenly, a loud alarm sound started ringing. Jungkook immediately opened his eyes, breathing heavily. He looked around and realized he was alone. Jungkook stayed silent for a few seconds and looked down sadly. Again, just a dream. He closed his eyes in frustration while remembering her smile. Time skip. Jungkook quietly set his tie while checking on time on his watch in a hurry. "Mom, I'm leaving." Jungkook mother come to the kitchen and holding the breakfast plate. Jungkook, "Mom, today is my first day at my new job. I'm already late." "Mom, job can wait 5 minutes. Sit down." "Mom, slow down. No one is stealing your food." Jungkook, "Mom, please." He His mother smiled, seeing her nervous. "Mom, tonight is Jimin's birthday party, so come home early, okay? We'll we have to go together." His mother noticed his reaction. "Mom, tell me, if you don't want to go, then we will not." Jungkook, "No, I mean, I will go. I will come too." His mom looked confused, seeing sudden excitement on his face. Jungkook nodded. Jungkook, "Okay, bye, mom. I'm going." "Mom, at least take your bag properly." Jungkook smiled at himself while leaving leaving the house hurriedly. Evening. Jungkook opened his cupboard while getting ready for the party. He looked at his old clothes and his smile slowly faded. "I don't even have a good outfit." He kept checking the cupboard quietly when suddenly he noticed one outfit hanging properly at the corner. Jungkook quickly took it out and looked at it carefully. This still looked good. He stood in front of mirror while holding the outfit against himself and smiled excitedly. "Maybe this will look fine." He smiled at mirror. 1 year ago, Jungkook stood outside the big mansion with his parents while looking annoyed. "Mom, why do you bring me here? I am not interested in anyone's birthday party." "Mom, he's not just anyone, he's your classmate Jimin." "Did you forget? If his father didn't help us back then, you would never get admission in that college." Jungkook looked away in frustration. "I still didn't like these people parties." "Dad, stop complaining and come inside quietly." Jungkook sighed and followed this inside the mansion. Everyone is enjoying the party while Jungkook stood alone at the side looking bored. "I seriously hate these rich people parties." Suddenly his eyes went toward the entrance where a girl entered with her family. She looked beautiful in an elegant dress. Jungkook start Jungkook stared at her silently and couldn't take his eyes off her. She smiled warmly while hugging Jimin and wishing him birthday. Her family also greeted him politely. He slowly stopped a little forward without realizing it, still watching her. "Look, she is like only person in the room." "Mom, Jungkook." He quickly looked at his mother, but his eyes on that girl. Time skip. Jimin stood on the stage excitedly while everyone gathered around. "Now we will start a random partners dance party." Jungkook and Y. Jungkook's eyes widen, hearing his name. The music started, and both began dancing together silently. Neither of them talked while dancing. Jungkook kept dancing, but his eyes stayed fixed on Ryan, like he was completely lost in her. His step was perfect, but his focus slowly shifted only to her face. He looked at her like he was hypnotized, forgetting the crowd, forgetting the competition, only following her movements instinctively while saying the rhythm. Vine, on the other hand, stayed fully focused on the dance. She didn't look back at him even once. One by one, couples start getting out as the beat become faster, but Jungkook and Vine didn't miss a single beat. The music become even faster. Only two couples are left. Suddenly, Vine lost her balance and was about to fall, but Jungkook quickly had her waist and pulled her closer while still following the beat perfectly. Jimin. And the winner are Jungkook and Wine. Everyone started clapping loudly. Wine smiled happily while looking excited. Jungkook also smiled, seeing her happiness. Jimin, wow, you both are seriously good. Time skip. Wine stood outside the mansion, waiting for someone slightly away from the loud music party. A voice came from behind her. Jungkook, do you always leave parties this early? Wine turned around quickly and saw Jungkook. Wine, I didn't. I don't usually stay this long. Jungkook, then I guess tonight's special. Wine smiled brightly, tilting her head with a playful spark in her eyes. Or maybe I just got bored even after you win. Winning doesn't mean I enjoy everything. I just came, I danced, I conquered, and now I'm done. Jungkook, you talk like you rule the place. Fine, maybe I do. You just noticed late. Jungkook mixed slightly, clearly enjoying the energy. Jungkook, so you are always this confident? Fine, only when I'm in good mood. Jungkook, and when you are not in good mood? When people talk too much. Jungkook laughed loudly. Not it. Wine, you talk too much. Jungkook, and you answer so fast. By the way, I have a serious question. Wine raised her eyebrow slowly, slightly. Wine, serious? Jungkook, yeah. Do you think I should start dating someone? Wine blinked, then smiled, realizing his tone. That's a strange question. Jungkook, I'm serious, very serious. Wine, I have a boyfriend. Jungkook paused for a second, then casually shrugged. So what? Break up with him? Wine laughed, shaking his head. Ask me next time. Who knows? I will accept. Jungkook tilted his head, still smiling. By the way, what is the lucky guy's name? Wine, Minho. Jungkook repeated her name slowly in his mind before he could say anything else. Her car arrived. Wine opened the door. Bye. Jungkook smiled and gave a small wave. Bye. He stood there watching the car leave, still smiling softly, like he had just found something. Present day. Jungkook come downstairs after getting ready for a party. He looked usually excited while fixing his sleeves. His mom and dad looked at him in shock. Wait, are you really Jungkook? Jungkook, very funny, dad. You got ready this early? Jungkook, what wrong with that? His mother looked at him suspiciously. Mom, on normal days we have to force you to get ready, but today you are standing here before time. Jungkook, maybe I am becoming irresponsible. Can we go now? His parents exchange confused look seeing his excitement. Jungkook walked toward Jimin with his small smile. Happy birthday, Jimin. Finally you come. Jimin laughed and went back to his guest. Jungkook slowly looked around at the party, searching for wine again and again between the crowd. Every time the entrance door opened, his eyes immediately turned there. Jungkook looked around the hall quietly. Where is she? Sometime later, a family entered the party. Jungkook instantly looked toward the entrance and smiled, seeing Mr. and Mrs. Lee with their elder daughter. Jungkook's eyes searched behind them expectantly. His smile faded slowly. She didn't come. He looked down for a second, trying to hide his disappointment. Time skipped. The party was almost over now, but wine is still nowhere to be seen. Jungkook stood quietly for a moment before walking toward Jimin. Jungkook, that girl, Wine, she is not here. Jimin looked at him, slightly surprised. Jimin, she has not come. She has not been coming to anything lately. Jungkook, she doesn't seem like someone who disappeared like this. Jimin, people change. Jungkook, stay silent for a moment. Jungkook, hard not to. Jimin laughed softly while taking a sip of drink. She used to be the loudest person in every party, but now she barely leaves the house. Jungkook, why? Jimin, after her breakup with his boyfriend Minho. Jungkook breakup. Jimin, yeah, it happened a few months ago. Since then, she avoided almost everyone. Jungkook, I see. Jimin, why are you asking so much about her? Jungkook, just curious. Jimin, sure. Jungkook looked down quietly before speaking again. Jungkook, do you have her address? Jimin looked at her suspiciously while Jungkook, I just asked normally. Jungkook tried to hide his smile. Just give it. Jimin, if you somehow manage to make her attend parties again, then I'll respect you forever. Jungkook quickly memorized the address. Jungkook, deal. Jimin narrowed his eyes on him. Wait, are you seriously going to meet her? Jungkook stayed quiet, but the smile on his face already answered the question. Time skip. Jungkook stood outside the huge mansion while looking at the address again. Wow, her house looked richer than my future. He, he whistled softly and walked toward. The security guard stopped him immediately. Yes, Jungkook, I am here to meet Wine. Guard, do you have an appointment? Jungkook, no, but I am her friend. The guard looked at him from head to toe, clearly not believing him after seeing his simple clothes. Sorry, sir, you can't enter without permission. Jungkook, why? Do I look dangerous? Guard, you don't look invited. Jungkook, that hurt me emotionally. Guard, sir, please leave. Jungkook, at least call her once. If she says no, I'll leave quietly like a heartbroken hero. Guard, we can't do that. Jungkook, cited. Rich people, security is scarier than police. The guard stayed expressionless. Fine, tell her. Jungkook come and got rejected at the gate. It sounds tragic. Sir, Jungkook laughed slightly. Okay, I'm leaving. He walked away but turned back. One sad look at her mansion again. Jungkook stood near the huge wall behind the mansion while looking around carefully. Jungkook, okay. He rolled up his sleeves and grabbed the wall. After struggling for a moment, he somehow climbed over the wall and jumping inside the mansion. If I get arrested today, that better become a romantic story later. This place is bigger than my entire neighborhood. He kept looking around the mansion with wide eyes. She is a goddess living in heaven. While walking, he suddenly looked up. Vine is standing near the railing quietly, looking somewhere else. Jungkook's eyes instantly brightened, seeing her. Jungkook. Vine. He quickly waved both hands excitedly. Here, Jungkook. Vine didn't look toward him. Jungkook moved a little closer to closer and waved again. She still didn't notice him. Jungkook quietly entered the mansion and carefully walked upstairs toward Vine. He smiled, seeing her standing near the railing. Vine, it's me, Jungkook. Remember me? Jimin's birthday last year. He waited for her reaction, but she didn't move or turn around. Jungkook's smile slowly faded. Hey, don't tell me you forget me already. He moved to stand in front of her. The moment he saw her face, his expression changed. Her eyes were full of tears and her face looked pale. When she looked at him weakly for the second before suddenly collapsing. When he quickly catch her. Jungkook looked at her hand and his eyes widened in horror, seeing blood all over her wrist. No, no, no. Wine, open your eyes. Hey, somebody help.